All right. Enough of that nonsense. Folks, good day, ladies and genitals. It is a very, very good day. I hope you guys have been following our Twitter because I've been having a fun time on Twitter as of recent because there is tons of interesting goings-ons that I want to share with you guys. Folks, there may still yet be hope for this bull run. We're seeing plenty of interesting stuff going on with Bitcoin, plenty of interesting stuff going on with Ethereum, some major altcoins, some bullish divergence, some bullish breakouts. What does this mean for the market? Are we in the clear? Is there hope? Is there a dump coming? Folks, in this live stream, I don't know how much answers we'll come up with, but we're certainly going to address these questions. So, welcome. Chris Haley, good evening from Ireland. What's up? How's Ireland this time of year? I got to visit Ireland one day. Rise Up says, let's go, 100%. Bonjour, folks. Yes, Heija 2009. Bonjour for sure. There is lots going on in the market today, folks. And so, as you guys can clearly see, over $2 billion worth of Bitcoin was bought during the dip. But actually, this is a bit of fake news because in reality, according to Chainalysis here, a blockchain analytics company, there was actually over 77,000 Bitcoin bought during the dip. Now worth over $3 billion. Folks, whales are buying the dip. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Something extremely significant is happening with Bitcoin. And without further ado, let's just call it the way it is. So, guys, Bitcoin is having a bullish crossover on the daily MACD. This is a giant deal. Because the last time we were this oversold on the daily MACD was never. There's literally no time on this chart, on the Coinbase chart, that Bitcoin has been this oversold. So, folks, get this straight. Bitcoin is more oversold now than the bottom of the bear market. Does that make sense to you guys? Doesn't make sense to me. So the fact that we have been extremely oversold, and if we take a look at the daily RSI, oversold as well. What do we see here? Extreme oversoldness on the daily RSI. Extreme oversold on the MACD. But what are we seeing? A bullish crossover marking what may very well be a massive momentum shift with Bitcoin. As long as in the next 4 minutes, this daily candle basically closes where it's at, this daily, this bullish crossover will manifest, and as long as that continues, as long as tomorrow and the day after look all right, folks, this daily crossover on the MACD is a very big deal. Because if we take a look here at a screenshot posted by Bitcoin Archive, look at the last time Bitcoin had bullish crossovers on the daily MACD, and look what led afterwards. Except this time, price action is extremely oversold. MACD extremely oversold. RSI extremely oversold. Market sentiment at a rock bottom. Folks, what do you think could happen when we're very oversold and we're seeing macro bullish divergence and market sentiment is at a rock bottom? I smell a relief rally coming. Now, folks, just because we're starting to see some signs of some strength here does not mean that it is guaranteed that this uptrend will continue. I want to share with you guys some of the most important levels I'm looking out for to understand bullish divergence with Bitcoin. So, a few things to understand here in the short term. I think there's maybe 3 major resistance levels that we need to understand here in the short term to understand if Bitcoin can continue to go up. And we want Bitcoin to continue to go up because that will lead the market. So, folks, $38,000 here, this volume will act as resistance. We need to get above that if we want to see bullish continuation. Also, this red trend line here on our symmetrical triangle, our wedge here, we need to break out bullishly from that. As well, 42K, where we have a cluster of resistance with a fib level, historically price reactive zone, as well as the 200 exponential moving average on the daily, that blue line, and the 200 simple moving average on the daily, that yellow line. So again, to state this more clearly, $38,000, this red trend line, and $42,000 are the three most key resistance levels for Bitcoin in the short term. If we can get above all those three levels and hold them as support, because it's one thing to just briefly wick through it and then immediately get rejected again. I'm talking about getting a daily candle, 2-3 daily candles, fully closing above these three regions, 42K specifically. If we have Bitcoin closing 1, 2, 3 daily candles fully above 42K, then Bitcoin has a good chance of rallying to $50,000, $54,000, $55,000, then all-time highs, and then price discovery. Guys, we really need to understand what a big deal this is. The MACD on the daily has never been this oversold, and we just had a bullish crossover marking a massive macro momentum shift from bearish in the extremely oversold region. Folks, we could see plenty of room to the upside. Now, let's assume we don't. Let's say we start to break down. It's not all sunshine and unicorns. I don't want to just blow smoke up your guys' ass, because look, I want to share with you guys something very concerning. Bitcoin here could potentially be forming a macro head and shoulders pattern, which if it does do this is extremely bearish if we break down. Because what I'm saying right now with this macro head and shoulders pattern that we could potentially be forming, if we make a new lower low below 30K, that would be bearish, a bearish breakdown, bearish divergence from our head and shoulders, and that could thus take us, literally the price target for a bearish breakdown from this head and shoulders is 0. So I don't think Bitcoin would fall down that low, but I say just to say that it's not all sunshine and unicorns, and that if we do make a new lower low below 30K, that would constitute a bearish breakdown from this head and shoulder, and the downside is literally endless for that kind of price target with Bitcoin. So I don't think that's the next likely scenario. I'm personally leaning more bullish. And again, guys, I'm leaning bullish not because of my feelings and intuitions, but because of what the market's telling me. But MACD, bullish crossover on the daily. RSI, bullish divergence. Look at this. Higher highs, higher lows. Price action, higher lows. Whales are buying. Market sentiment at a rock bottom. Folks, the last time the market was this bearish coincided with local bottoms. The last time the market was this bearish was March 2020 when the global pandemic first hit and the bottom of the bear market. Those were the two last times Bitcoin was this bearish. Let me ask you guys, do you think it makes sense right now to be as bearish as when the global pandemic first hit and the bottom of the bear market? I don't think so. I ain't buying this FUD. I'm in fact buying the dip. And so guys, we're talking about Bitcoin right now, but I'm super excited to share with you guys what I'm buying the dip on. Plenty of opportunity there. I want to talk about Ethereum, talk about Matic, talk about Cardano, talk about Vechain, because they're seeing tons of bullish divergence. I want to talk about price targets, major support and resistance. As you guys can tell, I'm very, very excited because we're starting to see signs of bullish divergence and signs of some hope. What we need right now is further confirmation, because right after I leave this live stream, Elon Musk could tweet and Bitcoin could crash below 30K, and in that case I would call the bull market over. So things are still very, very precarious right now, and just to put it simply, right now I'm leaning neutral. I don't feel confident even now calling bull market or bear market. I lean more bullish than not, and I'm putting my money where my mouth is because I'm buying the dip. So that should tell you how I feel. I'm literally buying the dip, and I'll share that with you guys. But at the same time, things are still very precarious and still 100% not certain. So, to just state it plainly, if we break below 30,000 again and make a new lower low below 30K, that would be enough bearish confirmation for me to lean more bearish than bullish and start to say that, hey, this looks a lot more like a bear market than a bull market. So as long as we remain above 30K, there's hope. We could get rejected all the live long day. And by the way, I fully expect rejection, folks. If we break up here, if we impulse and find rejection off this red trend line, if we impulse and find rejection off 41, 42K, do not be surprised by that. There's a lot of resistance above us, and so I'm anticipating rejection. As long as we keep putting in these macro higher lows, that's what we want to see. We shouldn't get worried if we find rejection, because there's tons and tons of layers of super strong resistance above us, so we should expect rejection when Bitcoin pumps. But as long as we keep putting in these macro higher lows, that's what we need to look out for. Because one thing to understand, if we go up to 41, 42K and find rejection, well, the more times we test the region, the more likely we are to break through that region. So we can go up, get rejected, go up, get rejected, go up, get rejected. That's fine. As long as we keep putting in these higher lows, that's what we want to see. Because eventually, if we keep touching this region, eventually we're going to break out. The more times we test a region, the more likely we're to break through. So if we kind of form a base here at 42K of rejection and keep putting in these higher lows, eventually we'll break out bullishly. And again, guys, we cannot understate how momentous a shift in the state of the market this is. Bitcoin has literally never been this oversold on the graph. Look, even at the height, at the peak of the bear market and capitulation and fear, we were not this oversold. We were extremely oversold, seeing bullish divergence right on support, right when market sentiment is at an all-time low. And guys, we really, really need to take in market sentiment here. I believe market sentiment is actually a very, very undervalued indicator, because crypto is not like the stock market. We're not led by quarterly earnings reports and profit and loss. Crypto is moved by fear and greed and speculation. And one of the best kind of temperature checks of that fear and greed and speculation is that crypto fear and greed index. And we are at a significant low point, and every time we've been this low has historically been local bottoms, folks. So we're seeing some signs of hope. It's not the end all be all. We do need further confirmation, but at this point, I do think there's some good reasons to be, optimistic. And guys, we really gotta analyze MACD right here for a second on the daily, because look at the kind of price action we had after we had bullish crossovers in the overbought territory. But this is the most oversold Bitcoin has ever been, and we have a bullish crossover. This is a big deal, folks. Very big deal. Another thing, another piece of hope, another chart, another reason as to why I was really never buying this FUD is because of the net unrealized profit and loss chart. I'm going to keep sharing the chart with you guys because it keeps being important. This chart has historically called cycle tops, blue euphoria zone. Too many people are making too much money too fast. The growth is unsustainable. We never entered that blue euphoria zone. In fact, what did this correction allow us to do? It allowed us to have a larger, more sustainable impulse on the other end because we had a nasty correction here and now. Because if it would have just kept going, we would have entered that blue euphoria zone and it would have been a wrap, folks. This correction allowed what could be a relief rally to have more sustainable room to the upside if we do, in fact, see it. So once we enter that blue euphoria zone, that's when I'll start to get worried. It doesn't make sense to me that at the point of the greatest use case, greatest demand, and the least supply, Bitcoin ended its bull market prematurely. I'm not buying the FUD, I'm buying the dip. And so while we start to wrap up here with Bitcoin, I'll start sharing with you guys what I'm buying, and we can take a look at Ethereum, Cardano, Vechain, some very, very interesting charts, bullish divergence. Now, again, folks, another very interesting thing that we've got to understand is the hash rate. Hash rate's correlated with price action. Power outages in China, hash rate drops, price drops. Hash rate recovers, price recovers. Hash rate drops, price drops. Very coordinated. Can anyone sense a pattern here? So we're seeing a bit of an uptick in hash rate. If we start to see more of an uptick in hash rate, that should lead us to be a bit more confident in Bitcoin's uptrend. As well, something concerning we've been seeing is Bitcoin entering exchanges. Now, we had a bit of hope recently with a bit of Bitcoin leaving exchanges, but if we want to be extra confident of this uptrend, we want to see a reversal in this trend. We want to see Bitcoin start to leave exchanges again. Once we see a few days of Bitcoin start to leaving exchanges again, we can be further confident. So folks, the MACD, the RSI, these single factors are not the end-all be-all. We need to consider all these different resources and kind of paint a picture of what the whole, fundamental off-chain factors and technicals are telling us. And I think as a whole, again, I do think at the very least a relief rally makes a lot of sense with Bitcoin here. So again, I also want to express the possibility that it's fully possible that Bitcoin could do something like this. Impulse up, break past 42, come up to retest 50, find rejection, come back down, break below support, and then crash again. Something that is totally theoretically possible. So just because we do have a relief rally isn't a guarantee that on our correction will hold support. But if we do have a relief rally and we come back down and we retest a previous resistance level and we hold that as support and solidify it as support, then that will make the uptrend more sustainable. So what we want to look out for is we may have that relief rally. If we do have a relief rally and we come back down and we don't hold support, then this could be indeed be a head and shoulders, and we may still have more downside. So What I plan on doing to practice a little bit of risk management is once we do have this relief rally, I will be taking profit on a kind of minority position in my portfolio to buy back on bullish retests afterwards. So just so you guys know, that is my plan. So what are you guys thinking right now? How do you guys feel? Are you guys buying the dip? Are you guys bearish, bullish? What do you guys think right now? So Rami says Doge. Jelly says I want to buy the dip. Can I have some money, please? 100%, guys. If anyone here is trying to give out loans, I'll definitely take it because I've been buying the dip on a shit ton of coins, and I honestly want to buy a lot more. Elijah says now he's never bought the FUD. Okay. No, I was quite concerned, and rightly so, but now we're seeing a shift. We're seeing something new. That's why I'm telling you that. Whenever that's the whole point of this channel. Whenever we see something new that's significant, we tell you guys. So that's that, folks. What are you guys saying right there? I'm so long right now. I am long as well. Hey Jay 2009 says give us some gems. Buying the dip, bro. We are nowhere near the top. I think so. I do not think we're near the top, guys. I'm not buying. I'm not buying it, guys. I am just not buying it. Doesn't make the fundamentals have never been better. Technicals are screaming bearish. Fundamentals are screaming bullish. We have these charts that have historically called cycle tops and bottoms, and they're all telling us that we still have more room to the upside. Now, maybe I shouldn't go through this live on the stream because I'll have to sort through a bunch of stuff. But there's plenty of market indicators that, again, have historically done a good job of calling tops and bottoms. And so maybe we can find a few of these right now. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. So let's see if we can find a few of these. Yeah, see guys, look, another chart that is historically called cycle tops. We're about halfway through. We're still not in the resistance zone here. And we can find, see, look at this, even more charts. We still have not entered the resistance zone on some of these charts that have historically called these cycle tops. So in the cycle where the use case has never been better, the global reserve currency, the US dollar, is being devalued into nothingness. Smart contracts have never been more developed. Institutions are just flooding in, and we end the bull market prematurely with a dud. It just doesn't make sense, folks. So again, we still might be in a head and shoulder situation where we may still break down. A relief rally that cannot hold previous resistance into support is very precarious. But I do think that at the very, very least, a relief rally makes a lot of sense, guys. This RSI on the daily, extremely oversold, higher lows and higher highs. MACD on the daily, never been this oversold. This is extremely significant. Folks, whenever we're in one extreme, either overbought, oversold, and we have a crossover, it's far more significant than if we were just near our neutral zone here. So having a bullish crossover here on the MACD when we're extremely oversold is a lot more significant than a bullish crossover here when we're kind of near the neutral place in terms of momentum. We were extremely oversold, and we're now shifting bullish again. This is a big deal, folks. I don't want to call things too early, but I do think this could have been the mother of all shakeouts, the mother of all coordinated FUD efforts to shake people out. And guys, another reason, yeah, guys, hype. Yeah, look, I could be wrong. 100% I could be wrong. But one of the reasons why I'm hyped and I am buying the dip on stuff is because, guys, we're seeing bear market discounts, projects that are down 50, 60, 70, 80% from all-time highs. Super sold projects like Vechain that corrected 80% from all-time highs. The kind of shit we would see in a bear market, in the height and the fervor of fear of a bear market, with the distinct possibility that we may very well still be in a bull market. So the risk to reward ratio is just so appealing. Bear market discounts with the possibility of us still being bullish, now seeing macro bullish confirmation on Bitcoin and Ethereum and a lot of other alts. Guys, we could crash tomorrow. The second I finish this live stream, Bitcoin could fall through the floor. What I'm saying here is not that things are guaranteed to go up. What I'm saying here is that we're seeing signs, significant signs, that there is some hope, and that at the very least a relief rally is very much overdue and very realistic at this point. Like, Hear me now, quote me later. I keep saying it because it's such a big deal. A day, tomorrow, a week from now, a month from now, if this bullish roster from the daily MACD plays out, we are going to see a significant relief rally with Bitcoin. And even if we assume the worst case scenario, let's take a look at 2017. Okay, we're assuming the worst case scenario. I'm just a moon boy. Fuck what I have to say. The bull market's over. We're entering a bear market. Okay, even if we assume we're entering a bear market, look at this. We have a dump, relief rally, dump, relief rally, dump, relief rally. Just like we never go up in a straight line forever, we never go down in a straight line forever. We have a dump and then a relief rally. And so what has Bitcoin done? We've gone from extremely overbought to extremely oversold, had a substantial, massive downtrend with no significant relief rally while we're seeing macro bullish divergence. Guys, not financial advice. I do think we're going to see a pretty substantial relief rally with Bitcoin. Now, I could be wrong. So, enough of that. Let's start looking at some alts. What do you guys have to say? Should I start looking at some alts here? Ethereum, because there is tons of interesting stuff going on with Ethereum. So, guys, Ethereum is holding up. No, don't you? I just opened up a new beer. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I had a situation here with my apple juice. So, guys, Ethereum is holding up significantly well, and we're also starting to see some signs of some potential bullishness with Ethereum. We're above two very significant exponential moving averages with Ethereum that have historically been extremely relevant. This white line, the 200 EMA on the 10-hour. Pump dump, where did we find our support? Where did we stop dumping? The 200 EMA on the, let me double check. I believe it's the 10-hour. Yeah, let me see here. 10-hour. Yep, it's the 10-hour. 200 EMA on the 10-hour. That white line, extremely significant. Several times it held as support. What are we seeing right now? We are now above the 200 EMA on the 10-hour. We're also above the 21 EMA on the 6-hour. This yellow line. This yellow line is great for calling short-term price action with Ethereum. You can see here, all throughout this impulse, we held the 21 EMA on the 6-hour as support. All throughout this downtrend, we held the 21 EMA on the 6-hour as resistance. And so we're now above our short-term support / resistance level. We're now above our long-term support / resistance level while seeing a bullish divergence with Bitcoin. Folks, if Ethereum can kind of get above 2,700, 3,000, if Ethereum can flip 3,000, Ethereum could see all-time highs again. Not financial advice. Another thing to be aware of, we may just peak to 3,000 and then fall right back down. So what I'm saying here when I say get above 3,000, I'm saying 1, 2, 3 daily candles above 3,000. Once we see that, we would get above several layers of resistance, and the likelihood of retesting all-time highs becomes a lot more likely. Now, guys, I don't think it's going to be straight line up there. I don't think it's going to happen quick. Getting to 3K and all-time highs could take months. It's totally possible. But we're starting to see those signs of strength come back into the market. We're flipping major resistance levels into support. We're seeing bullish divergence. We're seeing, Bitcoin, kind of pulled together. We're seeing market sentiment at an all-time low. And market sentiment specifically for cryptocurrency is extremely critical to understand. I said it, but I'm going to say it again because this is very, very important. I need to hammer home the point that when it comes to specifically cryptocurrency is driven by fear and greed. We're not trading the stock market. Stock market is profit and loss, earnings, quarterly reports. That's not crypto. Crypto is driven by fear, greed, and speculation. And whenever the market's the most fearful, has historically been the best times to buy, and the market has been stupidly fearful as of recent. So I've recently bought a bit more Ethereum just to buy the dip on some of those coins, and we haven't even gotten to the Gucci stuff yet. I haven't even talked about some of the coins I've been buying. But before we keep going here, I want to check on what you guys are saying here. So Michael says, sorry, but I don't see it all. We just went over the downtrend, but all we need is tomorrow another piece of FUD to be back to 30K Bitcoin. Yeah, 100%. You're 100% right. Elon Musk, right after I finish this live stream, could go on a rampage against Bitcoin, causing the price to dump. That is 100% possible. The point in making this live stream is that we're seeing signs and significant signs of bullish divergence, but what we need is further confirmation. At this point, we're seeing some signs to lean a bit more bearish and lean a bit more hopeful, but I'm not there yet to confidently 100% confirmation call we're still in a bull market. We need further confirmation. And as well, for the newer people here, I fully expect Bitcoin to find rejection literally anywhere above us, because there's dozens and dozens of layers of resistance. But as long as we keep putting in these higher lows, that's what we need to see. We can get rejected all the live long day. Every time you look at Bitcoin, you could be looking at a rejection. That is fine. That is no problem. The only time where I will start to be worried and where I will start to think there's a problem is when we start to put in new lower lows below this wick, but ultimately a new lower low below 30K. So as long as Bitcoin holds it together above 30K, I do believe we're good. Now, guys, there's 280 people watching this live stream. Only 51 likes. Guys, come on. You can't do me like that. You gotta smash that like button, because there's tons to discuss here. I haven't even gotten to the good stuff yet. I want to share with you guys what I've been buying on this dip, but you guys gotta smash that like button, because it's the easiest way to support the channel. More likes we get, more likely YouTube is to show this live stream, and the more likely, you know, people are to learn about this crypto content and hopefully not panic sell dumps. So I'll frame things this way: 280 people watching, nearly 300 at this point. Once we get to 150 likes, I'll immediately drop what I'm doing and share with you guys one of the things I'm most excited about buying the dip. Because, guys, I do think we're going to see some bullish confirmation. And honestly, I don't even know where to start off, because there is about a dozen things I bought the dip on, and I think I have prepared about 8 things that I'm buying the dip on that I can share with you guys. But yeah, no, once we get to 150 likes, we'll go straight to this. So smash that like button. If half of you guys like this live stream, we can get there right now. So in the meanwhile, let's kind of wrap up with Ethereum. So another very, very important thing about Ethereum is that Ethereum leads the altcoin market. We need a healthy altcoin. We need a healthy Ethereum for us to feel bullish about the altcoin market. And we have significant improvements coming with Ethereum this summer. We have EIP 1559, which is a deflationary mechanism for Ethereum, coming this July in the summer. Folks, summers are historically bullish for crypto, and this summer I believe is going to be one of the most insane summers for crypto ever if this bull run continues, because of a few reasons. We have Ethereum EIP becoming deflationary, huge deal. We have roll-ups coming down the road, making Ethereum more scalable, huge deal. We have Cardano and smart contracts set to launch in August. We have Polkadot parachains a few months away. Folks, the biggest smart contract blockchains are going to have some of the biggest catalysts in their entire history this summer. Lots of bullish stuff coming up. So as long as Bitcoin holds it together right now, and puts in some higher highs, can flip some resistance to support, and really just flip 42K from resistance into support, then a bullish summer becomes a lot more likely. And so for you guys saying I don't smash the like button, yeah, guys, look, at this point I'm fully just a YouTuber now. I've accepted it. I don't I didn't think I was going to be a YouTuber, and believe me, I'm very well aware of how cringy I sound, but it's part of the job, man. It's what you got to do to get those likes. If you guys don't like on your own, we got to like incentivize you guys to likes. So again, there's over 300 people watching, 106 likes. Once we get to 150 likes, I'll start sharing with you guys what I am buying on this dip. So yes, indeed, smash that like button. Don't leverage. I got wrecked. Yes, leverage trading is a great way for people to lose their money very quickly. If you find that it's difficult to lose your money quickly, leverage trading is a great way to expedite that process of losing your money. Guys, to be able to trade well is a very, very difficult learn practice skill. I see a lot of big YouTubers talk about bybit links, and we have a bybit link too, but I think we differ with a lot of other people is that we make it very clear what the risks are with leverage trading and how new people should not be leverage trading at all. New people shouldn't be trading, period. Because if you're new and you're trying to trade, let alone leverage, you're going to lose your money. It's the vast majority of new traders lose, especially leverage. Guys, leverage trading should just be for people who 100% know what the fuck they're doing, no entries, no exits, knows what constitutes a good trade, a bad trade. You got to be on top of your shit and know what you're doing if you're going to leverage trade. Because if you don't, it's just a matter of time before you lose money. So when we see these big YouTubers, shill leverage trading like it's nothing, like it's easy, it's a little gross, because I know they know better. I know they know that most people who sign up on that link are going to lose money. But at the end of the day, I mean, hey, you know, at the end of the day, you can't be responsible for what people do. I mean, our only thing is when we mention leverage trading, because we trade regularly as well, we're regular day traders. We try to really get across the point that this is not trading is not something you can just half-ass. Like, it's a very difficult learned skill that you got to spend a lot of time learning and getting good at. So definitely do not leverage trade if you're a new person. It's a great way to lose your money. Black Moridin says, while I agree with you, I'm a new trader, started 2 weeks ago, up 45%. Yes, that's awesome, but there's a difference between being lucky once or twice and being able to consistently trade well over time. Yeah, I get lucky too all the time. Anyone can get lucky once or twice or 3 times, but the trick with trading is to be able to do it consistently well over the long term. And if you're a new person messing around with leverage, I mean, you might get lucky a few times, but if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know what constitutes a good trade, a good entry, if you don't know how to practice risk management, if you don't know profit and loss, high probability setups, then it's just a matter of time before you end up losing money. Anybody can be lucky once or twice. So yeah, guys, look, trading is awesome. I love trading. I love day trading, but I just want to be very realistic with what it takes to be a good trader, because I see a lot in the space of people saying, "Oh, go trade 100x leverage" to new people, like it's nothing. No, it's guys, statistically, the vast majority of new traders lose at trading, and if you throw in leverage into that equation, you lose a lot more money a lot faster. So enough of this leverage trading, right? Jesus, you guys got to get me off this. Who even asked me about leverage? Blame that person. So guys, leverage is for the pros, pretty much, guys. Yeah. So that's the situation. Will ETH go down again to buy? I don't know, man. I'm not the crypto gods. Although I do believe that the crypto gods have blessed us with this pullback. So, guys, again, we're 30 likes away from 150 likes. Just smash that like button already so I can share with you guys what I'm buying the dip on. Now, something that's been highly tempting for me to buy the dip on is Matic Polygon, because like I actually sold my Matic Polygon because I've been holding Matic ever since under 2 cents. So Matic Polygon was actually my first ever 100x. So guys, another reason why you want to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads is because I've been talking about Matic Polygon before it was even Polygon, back when this thing was under 2 cents. We were talking about BNB back when it was under $10. We were talking about Vechain back when it was under 2 cents, 1.5 cents. We were talking about Ethereum back when it was $300-400. You guys gotta stay tuned to this channel. The people who've been watching us forever had amazing buying in points and entry opportunities on some super solid projects, and they're up quite a lot right now. So guys, without further ado, let's just kind of talk about Polygon here. So Polygon is looking real choppy, but is holding up a lot better than most of the market. So we're seeing a few concerning things with Polygon that are actually looking very bullish, because what we were doing here, we were moving down in this downward moving channel. We broke below volume, we broke below support, but what did the market say? We ain't bearish, we pumped. And now we're sitting above sideways price action. Now we're sitting above volume. So this is actually very potentially interesting. Once we see bullish divergence from kind of this trend line, something like this, I believe we're very likely to impulse up once again. This kind of looks like a bit of a bull flag situation, and Matic Polygon loves to do this. Like, look how many times we form bull flags. Up impulse, sideways moving channel, bullish breakout, impulse. Impulse, downward moving channel, bullish breakout, impulse to the upside. We love forming kind of like these bull flag situations with Matic Polygon. And so we're kind of forming now a small one in the short term. So if we can break out bullishly from this green trend line here, break above like $1.90 and hold the $1.90, I think we could go back into the $2 range, probably even retest these highs here at around $2.20 to $2.40. So look, Matic Polygon, even though I did sell, I sold it to take some profits, and I sold it to buy the dip on a bunch of other coins. It's super solid. It does scalability and interoperability for Ethereum. Even Vitalik Buterin himself has said that once Ethereum 2.0 is fully rolled out, second layer scaling solutions will still be necessary. And so things like Polygon, I think, will survive a bear market even if we enter one. And I think this cycle even has plenty more upside potential. So Matic Polygon is definitely one to keep on our radar. Coben Bryan says, will ETH go down again before it goes up? I don't know, broski. JDogo45 says, I'm starting off day trading. I'm 2 months in with a decent investment startup in the market. I'm looking to try this as a way to make a living / lifestyle. What 2 books would you recommend? Oh, very, very interesting. Books, I don't know about books. Is to be honest with you, the way I learned technical analysis was not really through books. It was maybe through some ebooks, but I really learned technical analysis pretty much all self-taught, all online myself. So if you guys want to know who I learned technical analysis from, I'll show you guys right now. This guy that I'm about to show you was one of the most influential people in teaching me technical analysis. Is this guy right here. He's actually a cryptocurrency YouTuber. So this guy right here, Polygon. This was the guy that I learned technical analysis off of. I highly, highly recommend this guy. If you guys are in the game trying to become better, traders, trying to get better at charting, if you guys want to delve super, super deep into like the nuance and really, really understand charting and really understand technical analysis, I highly recommend Polygon. I've learned a lot from this guy. He has paid courses, but he also has a bunch of free stuff as well. So check out his free stuff. A bunch of playlists here where he talks about trading and what things are. So check out some of his free playlists if you like that. He does have a paid group as well. But this guy, Polygon, is who I learned a lot of technical analysis off of. So I highly recommend Polygon. And tell him we recommend you. Tell him aMillionortheMoon sent you. So that's that. Litecoin, good investment. Not financial advice, not my favorite. Although as a trade, may be interesting. So there's a few things we got to understand here. Trading, investing, scalping, swing trading, they're all different things. So we all have different goals in this market. When I sometimes say trading actually means a lot of different things, especially different people. Swing trading can mean swing trading, where you're buying something and holding it for weeks or months. Trading could mean scalp trading, where you're buying something and holding it for seconds or minutes. So trading means a lot of different things. And so if you're asking me if Litecoin is a good investment, it depends what you mean. Are you trying to scalp trade? Are you trying to swing trade? Are you trying to long-term invest? What do you mean by long-term investing? There's just so many options. I can't really just with a blank statement say if Litecoin is good or not. What I will tell you is long-term investing, it's not my favorite. And look, guys, there's a lot of coins out there with communities that look potentially interesting, but here's the thing we all got to keep in mind. There are literally thousands and thousands and thousands, well over 10,000 cryptocurrencies out there in the world today. So we have thousands of options out there to choose from and to place our money. There's no need, in my opinion, to compromise your standards and putting your money in a subpar project that maybe has some problematic things attached to it, like XRP, like Litecoin, like Bitcoin Cash. Those coins may do great, and I could be wrong with them. But whenever there's a project with a few things that I don't really like or a few things that aren't optimal, in my opinion, because there's so many options out there, there's no need to compromise on your standards. So, look, Litecoin, maybe it's fine, but I just think there's better options out there. Same thing with XRP. XRP may be fine. XRP may go on to make a lot of people a lot of money. But because there's literally thousands of options out there, there are some problematic things about XRP. I just don't feel the need to, choose XRP. I think there's safer choices than XRP, and I think there's higher return on investment choices than XRP. So again, Litecoin, XRP, I think it's kind of in the same category. They could do fine, could make a lot of people a lot of money. I personally just feel there's better choices. So that's that, guys. We are 3 likes away from 150 likes. As soon as we hit 150 likes, I'll share with you guys what I am buying. So go smash that like button right now. 300 people watching. We're only 3 likes away from 150. Prabhyat Kumar says, BTC upcoming dump. I don't know, man. All right, we're there. We're at 150. So guys, like I said, thank you first off for your support. Again, the more likes we get, helps out the channel, helps out the YouTube algorithm. We put a lot of time and effort into doing TA and scouring the internet for the most important factors when it comes to cryptocurrency. And so without further ado, let me talk about a few of the things I'm buying the dip on and a few of the things that I'm really excited about and why. So let's begin. Number 1, I love Kusama. Folks, Kusama, in my opinion, is the best combination of something safer, something a bit more solid, something with more long-term staying power, something that's likely to be here 5-10 years from now, that also has a good combination of high return on investment potential. So, when friends ask me, what would you recommend? You know, I'm not financial advice. I'm not giving you investment advice. But if a friend tells me, hey, what do you think? I tell him, take a look at Kusama. Kusama is the best combination of safe and fundamentals with a high return on investment potential. Stupidly bullish on Kusama. Kusama just refuses to break down bearishly. We kept testing kind of this 280 region, this previous wick here, this previous low here. We kept testing it over and over again. What did we see? Long wicks to the downside. What did we see? A bullish pump and a bullish breakout. Folks, Kusama does not want to break down as well. We have one of the most insanely bullish catalysts in Kusama's history, just a few short weeks, a few short months away with the parachains. Folks, for those who don't know, Kusama is a lower market cap, lower supply version of Polkadot. And so once these parachain auctions start, we're going to have dozens and dozens of companies buying up tens of millions of dollars worth of Kusama to lock them up for months and years. Kusama has a massive problem right now. That massive problem is the lack of supply. Very soon, we're going to have a sudden massive drop in circulating supply and a sudden massive spike in demand and buy pressure for Kusama, and that supply will leave for extended periods of time, months if not years. Folks, do not sleep on Kusama. I've been buying Kusama. I've been not only buying Kusama, but I've been staking Kusama on Kraken, where you can earn 12% compounding weekly interest on your Kusama. Folks, if you plan on hodling a couple months, 3-6 months anyways, you might as well earn 12% weekly compounding interest. So I've been buying the dip on Kusama, and I've been staking it, earning 12% compounding interest. So make sure you check that out. Marco LeMay says, I just made 20% on Kusama today, waiting for the retrace to buy back 100%. There could be a retrace. Totally possible. So something to be aware of here. This 100 daily exponential moving average has been pretty reactive. Here it held its support, and here it acted as resistance. So what are we doing right now? This is obviously this level, this 100 EMA was a very price reactive level. Here's support, here resistance. So we broke above it. So right now, if we can break above, come back down and retest it and hold it as support, this is kind of the key short-term inflection point, 350. If we can hold 350 as support, then we have room to the upside. And if we can get above 400, then we can go to 480. If we go to 480, we can retest all-time highs. And if we retest all-time highs, we can enter price discovery. Well, I don't know this for sure. If the bull run continues, I think Kusama has a very good chance of going to the thousands, low thousands this cycle. I think maybe $3,000 to $6,000 is not unrealistic. Maybe about a 10x from here is I think somewhat realistic for Kusama over next maybe 3 to 6 months or so, if the bull run continues. Because, well, again, I don't know that for sure, and that's really just a guesstimate. And take that as a guesstimate, because I'm not basing that off anything. I'm just basing that off intuition. We really don't know how Kusama and how Polkadot are going to act once these parachain auctions start, because the Polkadot ecosystem's tokenomics are completely different from Ethereum's or Cardano's or any of the blockchain, because they uniquely have these parachain guys. We don't know how a major layer 1 blockchain has acted with this parachain model, where projects that want to be Polkadot projects need to buy up Polkadot and Kusama and then lock them up for potentially years. So we don't know how the price could react when supply just all of a sudden leaves for years and demand all of a sudden spikes for a sustained period of time. Very bullish inbuilt tokenomics with Kusama. So I know I've been rambling a lot about Kusama, but I could ramble on some more because I'm endlessly bullish on this thing long term. And even if we assume worst case scenario, we're entering a bear market, I'm wrong, we crash tomorrow, we crash to nothingness. Kusama is a project that I think next cycle will survive a bear market, rebound, retest all-time highs, and enter price discovery again. So even if we do enter a bear market, worst case scenario, you have to hodl a couple years, earning 12% compounding weekly interest on something like Kraken. So again, just because there is opportunity here and potential does not mean that's a guarantee. We could fully break down further, 100% possible. And now, while I'm watching too here, I can clearly see a trend line here on the price action. So where I would personally want to buy back in is on a retest of this trend line. And if we break down bearishly from this trend line, that's a very bad sign. I think in that case, we would probably fall down and retest this 200 daily exponential moving average, which is right on the golden pocket, the 618 Fibonacci retracement. So basically what I'm saying here, a breakdown from this green line, a breakdown from 350, 320 could take us to about 250. So yeah, that's what I'm looking out for with Kusama. Greed is what makes you lose in Vegas. Absolutely, 100%. So let's keep hammering through these. Another project I'm looking at is Terra Luna. This thing is substantially down from its all-time highs. Folks, Terra Luna provides stablecoins. Very bullish on this project long term. 71% down from all-time highs. Guys, we are seeing bear market corrections, bear market sale prices when there's a very strong possibility that the bull market may continue here. Bear market discount in a potential bull market. This is screaming opportunity. Super solid project, in my opinion. 71% down from its all-time highs. The worst of what's already possible already happened. So I'm beginning to dollar cost average my way into this thing. And if we kind of zoom into the short term here, the way I'm approaching this is such: drawing a Fibonacci extension from the bottom of the impulse to the top. And so personally, where I would be looking to buy is right around here, from kind of 630 to about 590 is where I'm placing my buy orders for Terra Luna here. Not financial advice, but that's what I'm up to. Moving on here, Decentr. I want to share with you guys a bit of a more high risk play, and I say high risk because this thing is a newer project. It's a little bit less proven, so it has more to prove. But I'm very bullish on this thing for a few reasons. Ultra low market cap on this project. I mean, let's look it up here. Exactly how low market cap this is on Decentr. First off, another thing too, real quick, we're seeing bullish divergence on Uniswap. Very bullish to see, because Uniswap is kind of like a leading indicator in the DeFi space. So if we look up Decentr here and just look at the market cap, 11 million market cap. This is an ultra low capper that has absolutely fantastic fundamentals and tons of bullish catalysts this quarter. For those who don't know, I mean, if you guys have been watching the stream a lot, you probably already know, but I like to show this thing a lot because I like it and I believe in it and I own it. If that wasn't obvious, I do own all the things I'm going to be talking about here. This is a low cap competitor to Basic Attention Token. They're launching their browser, they're launching their mainnet this quarter. We're at kind of pretty much, not, I wouldn't say all-time lows, but we're at a massive discount. If we measure from all-time highs, we dropped about 86%, and we're currently down 78% from all-time highs. Guys, these are bear market discounts when we may still be in a bull market. I really believe in this thing long term, and so that's why I've been buying the dip. None of this is financial advice. I could be wrong. The second I finish this live stream, we could dump to nothingness. Another thing that I bought as of recent that's very interesting is Alchemix. So Alchemix is this project that allows you to borrow money against your Ethereum. And what's very interesting about Alchemix specifically here is, number one, they will never liquidate your funds. They'll just sell off portions of your collateral if they need to. But basically, you can, if you have a bunch of Ethereum, you made a bunch of profits on your Ethereum, instead of selling it and have to pay taxes, you can get a loan against your Ethereum, and they'll take your collateral and they'll stake it on these DeFi plays, earning interest, and they'll take that interest they earn with your collateral to pay off your loan. So what Alchemix essentially does is it allows you to take out a loan against your crypto, which allows you to not sell and thus not have to pay taxes, but still get money out of your crypto, and it will pay off your loans by itself over time. Folks, this is a giant deal. This is a protocol that allows you to take out loans that pay themselves off. Now, I believe last time I checked, it was like 10-20% what you could earn. I'm learning this all from the Tokenmetrics guys, but I've been doing research on my own. But this is a super interesting concept, guys. As the crypto bull run matures, something like this is going to look more and more interesting. As more people make money, these protocols that allow you to borrow money against your crypto and use your crypto as collateral are going to continue to look more attractive. And if we are indeed in the bull run, something like this is going to look very interesting. If this thing allows you to take out loans that essentially pay themselves off over time because they use your collateral to stake them in DeFi, and they take those earnings and use that to pay off your loan, this is super interesting. Right now, it's purely just a governance token. but they will be introducing staking and paying out interest to coin holders. So later this year. So once that happens, this coin I believe is going to be in very high demand. So that's why I started to buy into this thing. Yeah. So what are you guys saying here? So I see SAS Crypto says I use Brave browser every day. Yep, 100%. A lot of people do. Very, very popular project, Brave browser, and so Decentr is just a low cap competitor to Brave. And so if it gets any kind of attention, any kind of hype, if they can launch and just work, I think eventually something like Decentr could, over the long term, be worth hundreds of millions of dollars. And it's worth $11 million right now. It's my favorite low cap gem. Folks, we're seeing bear market discounts on a bull market. This is absolutely insane. Tons of bullish projects. Another bullish project too is Armor Finance. Something else that I originally heard from the token metrics guys, but and the more I've learned myself, the more interested I've become, is Armor Finance here. There's a protocol that pays you for buying insurance. Another project that as a bull run matures, as more people make more money, this will look more and more attractive, where you can buy insurance on your cryptocurrency. It's a pay-as-you-go model. It'll hook up to your wallet. It'll scan your wallet and just tell you what they can provide insurance for. And so this is a low-cap gem that has a growing use case that's had a massive correction for multi-mize that's currently sitting on support. Folks, this is a screaming opportunity. In my opinion, not financial advice. We corrected 83% for multi-mize, currently 75% down for multi-mize. Guys, bear market corrections in a bull market. Enough said. We're sitting on support right now. I'm not going to go on. I've been buying the dip on this thing. Not to mention that the gas fees on Uniswap are dirt cheap right now. $12 last time I checked. Somewhere around there. Eternity. Guys, NFTs. There was a massive NFT hype and dump and crash and bubble pop phase. And there's some good NFT projects that will stick around for the long term. And so the fact that a lot of very good NFT projects have crashed into nothingness screams opportunity, in my opinion. Screams opportunity. And Eternity is just one example of one good NFT project that's kind of going for, an NFT marketplace, like for the mainstream, for mass adoption, that has crashed into nothingness. Let's measure how much we've crashed from multi-mize. So from multi-mize, we're down 95% from all-time highs. Guys, how much lower could it go? It already crashed into nothingness. This is the goddamn bottom. There's no... I'm going to buy more right now. I'm going to buy more right now. Not financial advice, guys, but for me, this is screaming opportunity. We're literally the bottom. We corrected 95% from multi-mize. I think something like Eternity has a good chance of sticking around over the long term. And so because I think NFTs are here to stay and everyone has left NFTs for dead and this is dirt cheap and literally corrected 95% from multi-mize, I'm going to buy some right now live on the live stream. And I'll let you guys know how much the gas fees are so I can get a better price on version 2. I go to swap here. Swap, let's see. $9.59 for a gas fee. There you go. Yep, I just bought some. So I just bought some more Eternity live on the live stream. I know you guys can't see. I have. I don't want to show you guys my wallet. I have another screen pulled up on the other end here. But maybe you'll hear the when an order goes through on MetaMask and Uniswap. Yeah, guys. Look, here's the thing. Again, I honestly I'm using my Matic Polygon profits to buy the dip. Again, guys, Matic Polygon did 100x for me. My first ever 100x. We've been talking about Matic Polygon ever since it was under 2 cents. So guys, like if you're looking, there we go. There's the ding. I don't know if you guys heard that. My order just went through. So yeah, I just bought some more Eternity live on the live stream. It's down 89% from all-time highs. I think this thing's gonna stick around over the long term. Folks, this is what happens in a bear market. People have left this thing to dead. It's crashed into nothingness. That is the best time to be buying. I do think NFTs are going to stick around. And so who knows? I could be wrong about Eternity. Maybe it's Superfarm that sticks around. Maybe Eternity dies off over the long term. But this is rock bottom prices. So if the bull market does come back, NFTs are here to stay. And when people leave for dead, solid projects with good long-term fundamentals, that is the best time to be buying. When nobody wants to buy, when it's crashed into nothingness, if it has good long-term fundamentals and you believe in it, and it's crashed 89% from all-time highs, it's a screaming buy in my book. And so I literally just bought some on the live stream. Not financial advice. So that's that. So should I keep going here, guys? Maybe I should wrap up the live stream. I mean, I'm almost an hour in. What are you guys saying here? Should I keep going? Share some more stuff here? What are you guys' thoughts? Any thoughts on a good entry for Vechain? Yeah, we can take a look here at Vechain. Look, Vechain. Oof, I love this setup. I love what I'm seeing right now. So, first off, bullish crossover on the daily MACD. That is a big, big deal. That is a massive momentum shift. Keep going. Yeah, you guys want. I'll keep going here. I'll wrap it up in a bit here. But yeah, no, with Vechain here, I like Vechain. If we just draw a simple resistance trend line from these all-time high peaks and just extend that downwards, it's the first sign of bullish divergence. And while we can draw, different layers of trend lines here, and we can draw things a bit differently, ultimately, same situation. We're seeing bullish divergence. We're above volume at 11 cents. This is good to see. I think the single most important support level for Vechain that we need to look out for is this. Oh, let's see if I can remember this. 200 EMA on the 6 hour. Am I right? I'm right. Yeah, 200 EMA on the 6 hour. This yellow line. Because if we look historically here, look, massive pump, massive dump, found support in the 200 EMA on the 6 hour. Even historically, pump dump, support on the 200 EMA. Pump dump, support there. Pump dump, support there. The 200 EMA on the 6 hour has historically been one of the most relevant support levels for Vechain. So while we are seeing a bit of bullish divergence, for me to be like fully confident and lean more bullish than bearish, I want to get above that EMA. I want to get above 15 cents. As soon as Vechain flips 15 cents and holds it, get a couple daily candles fully closing above it, then we could probably impulse up all the way up to the low 20s, in my opinion. So that's what I'm looking out for. SAS Crypto with the $5 super chat. Thank you for the support. Says keep going here. A lot of people say keep going. So Brandon Payne says, why are all the charts the same? And this is a very, very good point. And I once kind of trying to take this in myself. So why are all the charts the same? And isn't it interesting? Like if we go to CoinGecko here and if we look at these charts, isn't it uncanny how all these charts look the goddamn same? Look at Bitcoin. This kind of rounded bottom, rounded bottom, rounded bottom. They all look the same. Why do all these charts look the same? Look at this. Look how similar all these charts look. Look at this. They all look like slightly different versions of each other. So why is this? Because guys, we're not trading a cryptocurrency. We're trading a market. We really got to take this in. We are not trading an individual cryptocurrency. We are trading a market. The reason why Cardano pumped from 10 cents to $1.77 is not because of its individual glorious fundamentals and bullish catalysts and use case. No. It's because of market sentiment and the greater market as a whole. Folks, crypto moves in cycles. The reason why we see 10x's, 100x's, 1000x's is because not because of quarterly earnings and use case and fundamentals. No, it's because of fear and greed and speculation that drives cryptocurrency. Crypto is driven by fear and greed and speculation. That's the market, guys. I hate to say it, but we're not the pump we saw with Doge was not because of fundamentals. It was because of FOMO, greed, and speculation. That's what drives crypto. And so the reason why all these charts look the same and why they all look like different versions of each other, because at the end of the day, while these different cryptos and different protocols have different fundamentals and move slightly differently, at the end of the day, we are trading a market, and these individual cryptocurrencies are basically just the ways to out and underperform the market as a whole. Think of all of cryptocurrency as a massive ETF, as a massive index fund, and each one of these individual cryptocurrencies that you hop in and out of might under or overperform the market as a whole. So that's that. Hold on, folks. Give me a second. Louis Barber says, what about Tron? I hate Tron. I don't like Tron. To be very, very blunt and not politically correct, I do not like Tron. No, okay, guys. I'm getting a bit excited here. I need to, because I don't want to, hurt feelings, hurt people's feelings, but I'm not a fan of Tron. And this I feel about Tron the same way I feel about XRP, the same way I feel about Litecoin. There's better options, guys. There's thousands and thousands of options out there. There's no need to compromise your standards, because there's no need to settle for a subpar protocol when there's thousands and thousands of options out there, and there's plenty of more options that are more solid, better fundamentals, higher ROI. So that's why I don't like XRP. I was an XRP fanboy back when it was 20 cents, not at $1. XRP at $1 after an SEC lawsuit looks a lot less attractive than XRP at 20 cents before an SEC lawsuit. So would I buy XRP right now? 100% no. I think XRP, like Bitcoin, is a very silly investment. And again, guys, I don't mean to offend anyone or shake anyone out, or definitely don't buy or sell anything because of me. You need to come up with your own, strategy, your own investment plans. But I think Bitcoin is a rather silly investment. There's very few reasons to like Bitcoin. The only logical reason as to why I can understand and rationalize why people like Bitcoin is, one, either they got in very early and bought very cheap. Two, diversification. And number three, perceived safetiness. Because for me, when it comes to all these options we have, Ethereum, in my subjective opinion, is just as safe as Bitcoin. But it also has a higher ROI potential because it will soon become deflationary, soon become scalable, and has a lower market cap and greater use case. So for me, why would you invest in Bitcoin when you have Ethereum that's just as safe and could probably make you more money? So look, if Bitcoin was the only cryptocurrency in the world, then I would be a Bitcoin maximalist. I would be screaming from the rooftops how much I love Bitcoin, and I would have all my money in Bitcoin. But now that we have literally thousands of options to choose from, in comparison to our thousands of options, Bitcoin seems unappealing because I think Ethereum is just as safe and can make you more money. XRP is unappealing because I think there's safer things and things that can make you more money. So for me, guys, especially at this point, kind of midway through a bull market, there's no need to compromise and settle for a subpar protocol with dubious fundamentals like XRP or like Tron. So that's that. Those are my thoughts with that. Preppy Moon says Shiba Inu, 100%. 100% Shiba Inu. I'm all in on Shiba Inu. Chris Rippey says Ethereum Max, bro. Look into it for real. Mayweather, Kim Kardashian, Tony Romo, French Montana, and supposedly Shaq and Jordan all endorse it. A big nightclub in Miami accepts it. A Lambo dealer. Hey guys, look, if celebs are into it, it's definitely a guarantee. If anything, I'd use that as more of a top signal. Guys, once I mean, look, I think crypto's here to stay. I think crypto's the next major asset class, just like options and forex and stocks and commodities. They were all once new things. Cryptocurrency is that next new thing, and so that's why I think there's so much money to be made, but also so much risk. And also, guys, let's assume we do enter a bear market. It's still totally possible. Just because I'm enthusiastic and optimistic doesn't mean that I'll be right. I could very well be wrong. That's why you guys, I hope, hear the things I consider and thus help inform your own thought process and your own research and your own confidence. But, don't buy or sell anything just because of me. Use me as like things to consider, but come up with your own investment strategy. But with that being said, bear market, guys, people make money in a bull market. But the bear market is where the real millionaires are made, where the real wealth is made. My best investments in cryptocurrency were back when the bull market had barely even started, back when Bitcoin was below its previous all-time highs, back when Ethereum was around $300, Vechain at 2 cents, Matic at 2 cents. The bear market is where the most money is made. So guys, bull market or bear market, stick around in crypto, stick around to this channel, because we're here to grow and we're here to stay because we understand the opportunity in the space, and bull market or bear market, opportunity is here to stay. So folks, like, subscribe, comment, share, hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads. So those are my thoughts on Vechain. Moving on here, let's talk about, folks, I'm gonna start wrapping up here. Maybe I'll wrap it up with Cardano. I'm loving, absolutely loving the way Cardano looks right now. We're forming this macro ascending triangle, broke up bullish, fell back down, and we're holding above these 3 previous peaks. So guys, I think it's real simple. If you want to know what's going on with Cardano, it's very simple. I'll tell you right now. As long as we remain above these, this green zone, these 3 previous wicks, then Cardano's strong and can see bullish continuation. As long as we remain below this cluster of kind of price reactive zone from $1.90 to about $1.80, then Cardano's bearish and we can move in the sideways moving channel. So major support, these 3 previous peaks, major resistance, this kind of zone, this price reactive zone right here. So if Cardano can get above and hold the $1.90, it can retest all-time highs. And if it retests all-time highs, it can enter price discovery. So, guys, I think I got most of what I wanted to get across off my chest. Guys, we're going to be updating you guys a lot more on our 1K to 10K challenge. Me and Messin both are on this channel. Right now, Messin's in France. He's hunting for gems in France. He often gets lost in France, but don't worry, the search crews are out for looking for him. So eventually he'll turn up with some more hidden gems. But guys, we're doing a 1K to 10K challenge. We're going to be updating you guys on our live streams. We're also going to be creating a whole new section in our Discord group to share with you guys exactly what we're buying, try to flip 1K into 10K, what we're buying, our entries, our exits, why, our justification. So if you want to follow all that process, join our Discord. We're going to be creating a new section just for that in the near future. So link for our Discord group is down in the description below. As well, if you guys like what we do, you want to support us, become a VIP Discord member. You get access through our Patreon. Go click on that right now because, guys, we're going to be making huge changes to our VIP Discord group in the near future, bringing tons of more value, and the people that got in early will benefit greatly from being early, tremendously. And so it's going to be, no, I don't want to share it. Okay, I don't want to say until things are finalized, but folks, if you've been sitting on the sidelines, become a VIP Discord member because we talk about low cap gems, we talk about our entries, we talk about staking options, we have plenty of helpful resources, trading instruments and trading resources. So folks, check all that out. Just go click on every link down in the description. I'll be a happy camper. So that's what's going on with that. I think that's pretty much all I have to shill. Last thing I'll shill here is Atani, the channel sponsor. Folks, Atani is a exchange aggregator. That's what we're using for a 1K to 10K challenge. So if you want to follow along with our 1K to 10K challenge that we're going to be updating you guys on the live stream and sharing on our Discord, get ready by going to the description and downloading Atani right now, because that's what we're going to be trading through. That's what we're using because it helps you out with taxes, and you can connect multiple exchanges and trade through one dashboard. Because the issue with all these different coins is you have to sign in and out of a bunch of exchanges. But with Atani, you do all your trading through one dashboard, one interface, super simple and easy to connect your exchanges to Atani. And they also have tax features that's, by the way, all for free. So if you plan on sticking around this channel, plan on following along for a 1K to 10K challenge, go download Atani right now, because if you're going to follow along with us, you're probably going to have to do it later. So go download it right now. The link is down in the description below. Atani Exchange Aggregator. Yeah, it's down in the description. You know, I'll do you guys a favor too, and I'll post it in the comments here. So again, that's what we're using for a 1K to 10K challenge. I'm honestly currently already in something. Oh, okay. So I'm trying to wrap up here, but I want to share with you guys more shit that I'm into. And so, okay, I'll share with you guys this. So one of the things that I'm buying the dip on currently, and I bought it through Atani. And again, the reason why I like Atani as well is because it will connect all your exchanges and it will do all your taxes for you. So once it comes time to do taxes, like we're doing taxes through aMillionortheMoon, we'll just click a button with Atani and it does it all for free. And so it makes your life a lot easier. There, I posted a link in the comments. So go click on it right now. Go download Atani. Go to the description below. Black Mortalin says, love the chaotic enthusiasm. 100% folks, I'm stoked because we're seeing some bullishness. And again, while there are some reasons to be excited, at the end of the day, it's all fun and games. We can get excited. That's great and all. But if we're being serious, what we need right now is confirmation. While we're seeing some signs of strength and bullish divergence, at this point, I'm still not convinced. I still don't see enough evidence for me to call it one way or the other. We need further bullish confirmation. If we see a bullish breakout from this wedge, and if we can flip 42K from resistance into support, that's the first major resistance level that we need to get above to be more confident in Bitcoin's long-term future. As long as we stay below 42K, we're still in quite a precarious state. So what we need at this point is, while I am excited, is let's not get too ahead of ourselves. We're still not quite out of the woodwork yet. There's light at the end of the tunnel, but we're still in that tunnel. There's still tons of black around us. There's still lots of panic and fear. So we need to chase that light. Follow the light. I'll wrap it up with that, guys. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you stick around. Do not forget to hit that like button. If you don't hit that like button, then Doge will pump to the moon when you didn't buy in. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take care.